DC Boxing Legend Podcast. 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 Home of the champions.
Welcome to DC Boxing Legends, ladies and gentlemen. We have a special case. Today, we're going to be interviewing Vicious Victor Williams. He's a welterweight from Muskogee, Oklahoma. He'll be on the Jeter Promotions card that's coming up on February the 19th. And we're going to talk with him today and find out a little bit about him, and in hopes of this electrifying event that's going to be coming up. Hey Vic, are you on the line?
Yeah, man, I'm here. And it's Muskogee with an O. Muskogee,
that's
Oklahoma.
Muskogee. I'm sorry.
They said, where that's at? I ain't never heard of that. So.
Well, that's the next question. Where is that, man?
That's Oklahoma, man. That's in Green Country, northeast part of Oklahoma. Born and raised, but now I'm fighting out of Washington, D.C., the nation's capital.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So what's it like in Muskogee?
It's quiet. It's a town of 40,000, so I wouldn't say it's super country, but it's real country adjacent. The people are nice in Oklahoma. It's real cheap down there, but bottom line is it's a flyover country, man. There's not much going on. It's quiet. Definitely had a good childhood, but it was for me, I always wanted to get out and see more and experience the world. So I went to college in New Hampshire of all places, and then and then found myself in the nation's capital.
Okay. So you went to college, and so what got you into boxing, man?
Man, after I finished, I played college football at Dartmouth, and I ran track at Dartmouth. And when I moved down to DC for work, I was just looking for a way to stay in shape that didn't involve lifting as much weights as a football player. I mean, my first sport was karate when I was a kid. I got my black belt when I was 12. Okay. And so I always knew I would come back to martial arts, or some form of martial arts after I finished playing football. And so when I came down to DC, one of my coworkers, he played football with me in college, and he knew that my first sport was karate. So he kind of baited me in, like, "Yo, you trying to go to the UFC gym?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, for sure, absolutely." And we went in and we just took a general boxing conditioning class. And I absolutely loved it. The instructor actually came up to me after the class and was like, "Yo, like, have you ever boxed before? Like, good job." Like, I was like, "Nah." He's like, "So you never thrown a punch?" I told him the story, did karate, He's like, "Well, I think you could be pretty good at this. Like, you should talk to our technical boxing coach. His name is Terrence Wood." And I was like, "Okay, cool, whatever." And so I spoke to him, and he was like, "Yeah, come back tomorrow." And I came back the next day, and then I came back the next day. I came back the next day.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I fell in love with it immediately.
That's how it always happens.
Right. And so 2 weeks later, the coach was like, he's still my coach now.
Okay.
He was like, what'd you say?
No, that's dope, man. See your coach.
Right, he's still my coach, and he was like, "Yo, you trying to compete?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" I love competing.
Okay.
And 2 months later, I fought in the Golden Gloves tournament, and I made it to the semifinals. I lost a split decision, but it was, at that point, I was hooked.
You was hooked, yeah. That's it. Yeah. Can't take it away from him.
Yeah.
So you are currently 3-0. Fighting at welterweight.
Yeah.
So this fight will be at a catch weight, and you're going up against a guy by the name of Jeremiah Kendrick.
That's correct.
He's 1-0. You're 3-0. What do you know about this guy?
He out of Philly.
Oh,
Yes, he's got a first round knockout.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a good competition. Especially I mean I had a first round knockout in my first fight, and after you come off of something like that, your confidence is high, and of course he's gonna look at the fight and look at his mistakes and fine tune, or that's what I did, and that's what I think any guys that are dedicated to the sport would do. And so I expect a good fight. I expect it to be a good challenge. So I'm excited, man. Like if it wasn't a challenge, it would be hard to rev myself up, because if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. If you want to take steps forward, you got to face a little adversity.
No doubt. Absolutely. And one of the things I really, really like is, for those who don't know, Jeter Promotions, man, he holds some phenomenal cards. I've had the privilege to attend a few of them. I was at the last fight card. When I tell you it was nice from all of the, the pyro, everything that was going on around, the food, drinks, just the overall display. Everything was set up really, really nice. Of course, Jeter, he's walking around looking like the $1 Million Man. So he's looking like a promoter. So I was like, look at this guy.
Yeah.
But he's a great guy, and he held a great card, and I expect nothing different this time around. So I'm gonna be looking out for you. What are some of the challenges you had with this camp?
Man, look, this camp was great, honestly. Not a lot of changes in terms of like what to focus on. It's always about just becoming overall more fine-tuned. Of course, like if you look at it from a traditional standpoint, I started boxing very late. I've been boxing for 4 years for real. Okay. So it's always about skill, it's always about developing that skill set, because at the end of the day, skills pay the bills.
That's right.
My weight it's been much better to get down to the correct weight than it ever has been. I just got my nutrition certification, so that's been really helpful and helping me, make sure that, I know the right things to do at the right time. So, it's been a good camp, and I think just hearing, through the grapevine, what happens to guys who have great camps is like, shit can hit the fan, excuse my language, in the fight. So just making sure that I stay focused and don't relax or don't be overconfident, and go in expecting to fight and not overlooking anybody, because at the end of the day, it only takes one punch. It only takes a lucky shot.
Absolutely.
And so, it's got to be all business. And so it's been a good camp, man. But, I'm ready for anything and everything when I step into the ring.
No doubt. No doubt. So what do you say is your best punch, man?
The one they don't see coming.
Good one. I usually hear the right hand or something like that, but you're right. It's always the one that they don't see.
Right.
Would you consider yourself a boxer puncher or more of a defensive fighter?
Man, I would consider myself whatever I need to be in the moment. And that's how I train. I train to be a fighter. You got to have a certain mentality and mindset to be a fighter and to be a dog. Not everybody's got that dog. I work on the ability to be the boxer every single day, and to have that skill set, like I just said a minute ago. But I also want to be a boxer that can fight and a fighter that can box and be able to understand when I need to do what. So for me, it's all about adapting to what is going on in that fight based on what this opponent is trying to do.
So, what do you do in your spare time?
I play chess, I'm a fitness professional, man. So I'm in the gym all the time.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
you're a gym rat.
yeah. So I'm a business owner.
Okay.
I do small group personal training. I do small group training, a little bit of personal training. Like I said, I just got my nutrition certification, so I'm a nutritionist. So I'm always thinking about ways I could refine for myself and experiment on myself so that I could better serve people. Because that's also one of my other callings. It's just to be a servant to people. But other than that, I play a lot of chess. There's a lot of improvement that needs to happen on that front. But yeah, man, that's what I do. I just play chess and I do fitness.
That's dope, man. That's man. You know what? I've always wanted to learn how to play chess. I just love watching folks play it. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it looks fun. It looks strategic, and right now I can play a mean game of Connect 4. Spades is my game, though.
Oh yeah, you know what? It's crazy, man. Like growing up in Oklahoma, like it was dominoes. I mean, and spades is a thing in Oklahoma too. But my family, we played a lot of dominoes, which is also strategic. Yeah. But I didn't learn how to play spades until like last year, for real. Yeah. And so now like I found a friend, who's like really willing to teach me how to play. Not a lot of people have patience to teach somebody else how to play and maybe lose games in the process, right? But yeah, so he taught me how to play and I'm like, oh, I like this, it's dope because it's very strategic. Similar to chess. I would say chess is a little bit more complex, but but yeah, nah, spades is fun for sure.
Wow. So hey Vic, I know I didn't talk about it, but any sisters and brothers, or are you just you the only child?
I used to be the youngest, actually. Till about almost 2 years ago now. But I got an older sister. She's 42. I got a brother that's 38. I'm about to turn 28 next Sunday, or this coming Sunday. And I have
coming Sunday.
Yeah, actually, I have another brother that's 33.
Okay,
and then I'm turning 28 on Sunday, February 13th.
All right, man. Happy birthday in advance.
Appreciate you. And then I have a little brother who's coming up on 2 years old. So. Oh
man, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. So you're gonna be the middle child now,
right? Yeah. So gotta get used to that, not being the youngest one. So
Oh man, how's the family? Everybody okay? How'd they survive the COVID situation?
Everybody's been solid, man. My mom's good. My parents are split up. They've been split up since I left high school. Well, about my junior year of high school. My pops is doing all right. Mom's is doing good. They're still back in Oklahoma, so I don't get to see them all that often because the airports in Oklahoma are small, which means more expensive flights. So it's tough to get back. But my mom is actually coming up to this fight. She's gonna see me fight for the first time. My dad, he came to 2 of my 3 others.
Okay.
So yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to perform in front of my mom. I'm sure she's a little nervous, but yeah, family's going good.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, I'll tell you what, they won't be the only ones excited to see you fight. I look forward to seeing you fight as well. This has been a good introduction to Vicious Victor Williams.
Yes, sir. Don't forget it.
And I won't, man. And I can't wait to get my co-host Rashid Hammond's take on a fight. We'll be watching you, and hopefully we get to see you in the future and see more good things from you. Any parting words?
Show up, have a good time, have a few drinks. It's gonna be a great show. It's all about entertainment. That's boxing. That's what it is. Don't ask me for tickets because I'm sold out. So you missed out. You missed out, fam.
Oh
But
man! All right.
we're gonna put on a show. I'm excited. So I'm excited for the challenge. And if it wasn't a challenge, I wouldn't be excited. So I'm glad they put somebody in front of me that's from Philly, that knows boxing, and that just gonna bring that dog out of me. So it's gonna be a show, baby.
That's right. Well, thank you again, Vic. I appreciate you taking time to visit our podcast and tell us a little bit about yourself. That's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on DC Boxing Legends podcast.
Let's go. All right, my man.
Welcome to DC Boxing Legends, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we have a special feature. He's in the middleweight division. He goes by the name of Monzo the Punisher Condi. He'll be fighting on the Jeter promotion card. And he's coming in from Law, Maryland. And he's a 4-0 fighter. And we're just happy to get him on the show and hear about him before the February 19th showdown. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, my guy? I'm doing all right. How yourself?
All right. I'm good, man. So, lots of exciting fights are lined up by Jeter, and I just want to get an opportunity to introduce you to our audience here at DC Boxing Legends. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
How you doing? I'm Monzo the Punisher Condi, and I'm coming out of Law, Maryland, training up out of Upton Boxing right now. I turned pro about last year. No, 2 years. No, it's been, what was that? What year I turned pro? 2021, December?
Okay.
Am I tripping? No. I'm sorry, 2020 December. We're in 2022, all right. So I've been pro for about a year and some change now. And I'm 4-0 with 3 knockouts. And
okay.
With 4 knockouts on next Saturday on the 19th at the Live Casino.
Okay. All right. So tell me a little bit about where you're from.
I'm from Law, Maryland, man. It's just like a cool place where I grew up in. I ain't have too much going on, just going to school and stuff, but I always knew I wanted to be a boxer since I was a kid, so I just stuck with that. I didn't really have it was like a plan A. I really didn't have a plan B, so I've been sticking with that, you know?
Yeah. How long have you been boxing?
I've been boxing since the age of 8, 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been training since I was 8, 9.
All right. So yeah, you got a lot of time in the game then. How old are you now?
I'm 22 now. No, I just turned 23.
Hey, man, I'm supposed to be saying these questions.
I'm turning 23. Kid.
Okay. All right.
I'm 23 years old.
So, what's it been like in this? I guess I can't even say post-COVID. We're still going through it. How's the workout been with these changing conditions?
Man, I'm just adapting to the new habitat. That's all I can do is keep training, just stay ready, Even though COVID slowed some fights down in 2021, I just stayed in the gym, so.
How many fights you got in?
I had 3 fights.
Oh, well, you plan on getting in?
This year or last year?
This year.
This year, I want to get about 5, so I'm looking to get to close to 10-0 this year, for sure. 5.
Oh, man, a busy schedule, man.
Yeah. I look to be busy this year. I like to stay consistent, so.
Okay.
For sure, stay active.
Do you know anything about your opponent?
I just know he's from the Netherlands, so really, I don't really know that much. I seen a little tape on him, but other than that, I had an opponent originally. He was from Philly, but he pulled out the fight. I don't know if he was scared or whatnot. So they brought another opponent in for me. I don't know too much, man. It's like an amateur fight because he's making his pro debut.
Okay.
I really don't know too much on him. I just know I gotta be in shape and go in there and do what I do best.
Is it easy? So did you have a amateur career?
Yeah, I did have an amateur career. I had about 50 to 60 amateur fights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was cool. I wasn't always active as an amateur, like just because I had switched coaches. I had an old coach, but I switched over to start training with Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny up in boxing. So ever since I've been training up there, I haven't lost any fights. Yeah, but
how was the transition to pro?
Oh, the transition to pro was not too bad because the type of fighter I am, I'm like a boxer puncher. I take my time. I'm very comfortable and relaxed in the ring. So I already have that pro style versus where that amateur style, you have to, have a high intensity and throw a lot of punches. Now I can take my time, pick my punches, and, really show my whole skill set.
Nice. Who are some of your favorite fighters you like?
Oh man, I'm a big fan of Sugar Ray Leonard, of course Floyd Mayweather. Right now, Terrence Crawford, and I like Jerron Bruce Ennis. So Gervonta Davis as well.
A fighter's top five is always indicative of their style. And it was pleasing to them in the ring. Like, I remember coming up, I used to love fighters like Sweet Pea. I couldn't mimic him though. He was much more skilled. But Felix Trinidad, I love Diego Corrales. Those kind of, grueling, blood and guts kind of fighters. He's vulnerable, but at the same time, he was extremely dangerous. So
very entertaining too.
Yeah, very entertaining. It was all about the thrill of the fight, right?
Yeah, me too. I'm all about being very entertaining. I like to go for the kill.
My man. Yeah. What was one of your best moments in the ring?
That's a good question. One of mine, both like in a professional fight or just any time in the ring?
Anytime, man. It's all fights.
Of course, like I had my second fight was in North Carolina. It was in South Carolina, and I fought this guy making his pro debut. And this guy, I'm telling you, like, he came in there, he came well prepared. I mean, I was better skilled and all, but he had a heart of a lion, I could say. Like, he wouldn't back down. Like, I was trying so hard to knock him out. I just ended up punishing him for the whole 4 rounds. And with him holding, and he just was like a grade A, I like to call him, he was a grade A survivor. So he survived the whole fight with holding. I feel like the ref really should stop it because all the punishment he was taking, but I give him a real live thumbs up because he had a tremendous heart and will, because he just wouldn't let me, I knocked him down 2 times, but he just wouldn't give up. So,
yeah.
I never underestimate nobody or nothing, but that was a good time. I like that fight's on YouTube. If anybody want to go check it out, just type in my full name, which is...
Who's the opponent?
His name's Tyler Perkins.
Tyler Perkins?
Yeah. If anybody want to check it out, just go and type in Mansabori Condi on YouTube. You spell that with a MANSABORIE. Mansabori. That's my full name. Condi, ONDE. And yeah, you'll see that fight, and it was very entertaining, and I just had fun. I mean, like, I wouldn't let it play out anyway. Like, I wanted to knock him out, but I got to realize, show what I was made of throughout this whole 4 rounds.
So you're a conventional fighter?
Yeah, I'm orthodox. Yes.
Okay. All right. What would you say is your best punch?
I got a nice jab. I got the best jab in the game, for sure.
Okay. Hey, the jab it sets everything up.
Yeah. I like uppercuts too, but everything off the jab for sure.
Would you say you change your style up based on your opponent, or you just kind of?
I mean, depending on I would start off boxing, and sometimes I get a little, get that killer instinct when I just go for the kill.
Okay. Yeah. So what are some of the other challenges you've had in training?
Some other challenges I had in training, you have to cut weight, dieting. Boxing is all about, self-discipline. You can't do what your friends are doing out here, like partying all the time. Your friends might be smoking or drinking, but you have to stay self-disciplined not to do none of those things, because at the end of the day, you're a boxer, and when you get in that ring, you're by yourself. You don't have your friends and them with you up there when you're fighting. So you just have to be self-disciplined and know what your goal is at the end of the day.
What do you say you do best to navigate those hurdles?
Oh man, I just think about my future and where I want to be. So that's all. And,
family?
Yeah, my family behind me. I have my mom and dad support me real good. So I got a lot of people who are behind me, so I just can't let those people down at the end of the day. I don't want to disappoint my peoples, for sure.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. It's good to have a motivation in your corner, man. Because I tell you, sometimes the crowd can become distracting, not to mention the opponent.
Exactly. You're right.
Right. So, how do you get yourself settled? How because I know you have. I remember Andre Ward said something about it doesn't matter who you are. Even with him, he got in the ring and he had to overcome his nerves. So what gets you settled? What gets you locked in?
Man, what gets me locked in is I like to picture my fight ahead of time, and picture my hand being raised. So I'm always comfortable. I don't really get nerves. I'm very confident in myself and my skills. Like, I just put winning in my mind. I don't put no losing in my mind, because if you put that in your mind, you can't lose. I just put in that if I go in there and give it my all, there's no way I can lose. If I give it 110%, win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna be okay. Like,
would you consider yourself an introvert? Or
no, I just believe in myself and my skills.
No doubt, man. No doubt. All right. So, tell me something. The state of boxing right now. If it was to go down right now, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Terrence Crawford.
Why?
I just feel like Terrence Crawford is versatile. I like how and throughout every fight I watch, he just adapts to his habitat in the ring. Like, he knows how to figure you out. Out of who you are, I mean, Errol Spence is a dog too, but I see him as like he's more like one side. I have really a brawler, and I'm a boxer, so I always go with the boxer over the brawler.
Who you got with him and Thurman?
With Terrence and Thurman?
No, Crawford.
Crawford? Oh, Crawford. I got Crawford stopped.
Still got Crawford? Right.
I still got Crawford, yeah.
I mean, Thurman looked impressive.
And Thurman and Crawford's been more active.
Yeah.
I'll definitely give the edge to the more active guy. That plays a big part. You can't just come back and not been active in the ring versus somebody who's been active in the ring that's going to show that, he's been on this. And you need some more work.
Yeah, I have a personal bias, man. I don't care. If they left-handed, I'm with them.
No, okay.
I can't call it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but you did mention a bunch of my favorite fighters, man. I love, was it Jerome Boots? Yes.
And I got the spar boots, so I got to share the ring.
You did?
Yeah, I got the spar boots. And
get out of here.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great learning experience. I'm glad for him giving me an opportunity to work with him before my second pro fight, and it just boosted my confidence more.
How'd you feel in the ring with him?
I felt it good. He was working with me. He would turn it up at sometimes, and he wasn't like working to hurt me too much. He was just teaching me stuff, you know. Like,
Okay.
But it's still very competitive. I'm very competitive, so it was great work. I loved it.
Was this in Philly?
Yes, this was in Philly at his gym.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, man, that was awesome, man.
That was
That's
awesome.
one for the books.
Say again?
That's one for the books. You gotta tell the kids.
Yeah, for sure. I got to share the ring with Javante Davis too. I was helping them get ready for Mario Barrios.
Okay.
First time fighting somebody up in weight and a taller, lengthier guy. So I was a good sparring for Javante for that fight, and I helped him out a lot.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Any words for the youngsters coming up in your footsteps?
Man, the youngsters, just believe in yourself, you know, and if you want something, you got to work for it. You can't think that anything's being given to you. You got to put blood, sweat, and tears and give it your all. Believe in yourself. Never give up.
All right. Well, that's going to conclude this interview. Thanks very much, Monzo. I look forward to seeing you on the 19th. Again, this is going to be a Jeter promotion, February the 19th. Come on out, fans. Come check out your boy, Monzo, the Punisher, Condi.
Come check me out when I'm in this, getting the top 10 and fighting for the title. Come check me out now on my journey, for sure.
That's right, right now.
Yeah, right now.
All right, this concludes our episode of DC Boxing Legends, and we'll see you next time.
Deuces.
Welcome to DC Boxing Legends Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I have a special guest today. I have one and only Brandon Chambers. How's it going, champ?
What's going on, everybody? Everything's going good.
Yeah, man, you got a big week this week, man. Upcoming fight on Saturday at the Merlin Live, man. How you feel about that, brother?
Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to just be coming back home to be fighting like that. Is a big deal for me because a lot of people don't know how to move down to Georgia. So whenever I come back home to fight, is always special.
That's awesome, man. You are currently the American Boxing Federation champion. Your belt's on the line this week, man. What is your upcoming strategies, man, to maintain that title, man? What you got coming up this week in your strategy?
Well, actually, I'm the American Boxing Federation Atlantic champion. This is actually for their bigger belt. We're fighting for the American Boxing Federation USA belt.
Okay.
My strategy going into the Saturday is just to be mindful, use my eyes, and always think defense, but always use my jab.
Okay, that's the bread and butter, man. You can never go wrong without the jab. You know, everything's
Absolutely
behind
not.
it. So, you and Jeter, man, Jeter, Tony were former co-workers, Baltimore police officers. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
And was that how you got involved into boxing, or you was always boxing before that?
Yeah, like I was boxing off and on, and a few of the amateur fights I did have.
Okay.
I put on his cards when he was actually throwing the amateur shows down at Club One.
Okay.
So when I seen him at like the precinct one day when he was doing his ride along, he was actually sitting in my chair. I was really going to start messing with him, but I didn't. I was like, "Hey, Tony, what's up? Do you remember me?" He looked shocked. He said, "No, should I?" I said, "Think of me with like long dreadlocks." And then when I told him, he said, "Oh my God, I do remember you. You put on a few of my shows." And then from there, like this friendship just bloomed.
Awesome, man. Awesome, man. So you this is your week, man. What is it that you're gonna do other than just the jab? How is the training for you down in Atlanta? What made you transition to Atlanta?
Well, what made me transition to Atlanta is business opportunity with my family, but also like I know coming down here, like I could go to the boxing gym that's ran by Coach Mustafa, the Atlanta Grindhouse.
Okay.
Like I seen how he was doing things. So I was like, you know what? With my style, I would like to become more defensive, and that's what he focuses on. So like it was just a win-win coming down here. So I got to get out of policing, and I got to come to a gym where I want to learn more defensive style fighting.
Much respect, man. I pay attention to Mustafa's amazing trainer, man. He has his own techniques and strategies that I do respect, man. I think you're going to do well with him, man. You can't go wrong, I don't think.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, man. So, the house is going to be packed, man. I know, man. The last time I saw you fight, man, you had a lot of people behind you. So,
yeah,
I'm sure it's the same way again, man.
Man, it gets bigger and bigger each time I come back home to fight.
Yeah, man. So you know anything about your opponent?
All his wins comes by knockout. He's a little bit awkward, and he likes to switch both sides, like my last opponent did. So
okay.
So you guys are in for another good fight.
Awesome, man. If he has that power, man, you can break that down to the body or counter punches.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of counter punches would take care of a lot of that, I think. Man, I hope, absolutely. man. So what's his record?
I believe he's 4-1.
4-1. Okay. Okay. So yeah, four knockouts.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, counter punching, man. You got him. You got him. So what is your record? What is your current record?
6-0 with 3 KOs and 1 draw.
Okay, awesome, man. That's an amazing record, man. You climbing up the ranks. And to have a title that early. How many rounds is this fight?
This is a 6th round now.
6th round. Okay, great. What are you doing? A lot of running for preparation?
Yes, a lot of running and a lot of heavy bag drills.
Okay.
For a lot of conditioning, there's a lot of non-stop punching on your bag, but fast and hard.
Okay, I got you. Out of those fights you had, man, do you remember was your toughest opponent?
I would say my last opponent was my toughest opponent.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that fight, man. That was pretty hard, tough fight for you, man. I remember it.
That was definitely a back and forth fight there.
Yeah. So, as a police officer, man, how was that transition from the gym to doing that, man, for you, man? You know?
The transition was fairly easy because it's leaving the force. I do miss a lot of things, helping out in the community, but a lot of stress was just off of my shoulder because police get so much of a bad rep nowadays, especially as the media. So it was just a big sigh of relief though. But I'm not gonna lie, that was that's the best career move I ever did make. I actually got to help a lot of people. It was really unheard of. I won Officer of the Year 2018 and 2019 in the whole Baltimore City Department. No one has ever done that.
Wow. They lost a good one, man.
Yeah.
2 years in a row. That's amazing, man. I mean, Jeter doesn't have nothing but nice things, great things to say about you, man. He really respects you a whole lot, man. So he just always says how much great of a guy you are. So I can hear it, you know what I'm saying, from the conversations that I had from you in the past. So if he stamped you, I know it's approved.
I appreciate it, yeah. I think he took a liking to me because doing his ride along with me, he seen me disperse this big crowd with just talking to him calmly, and nothing got escalated at all. He said, "Wow, how did you do that?" That's the kind of police I would like to be. So
right.
I just told him, I was only thing I do is just be real, just be a people person, man. Like, just because you got the uniform on, don't make you better than nobody else.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact, man. So, in Atlanta, you have no intentions of joining the Air Force, or you just strictly sticking to this new business opportunity that you have?
I want to stick to this new business opportunities that I have, but like I want to venture out, and I still want like to bridge that gap. It's like I'm in the process of starting a nonprofit where we help troubled youth, and like we also incorporate that with boxing, but also like certain career fields like landscaping, culinary arts, barbering, photography, like carpentry. Like I want to really help give kids tools to survive in the world, and like everyone doesn't have to go to college to be successful. So I just want to give back as much as I can, but I also want to bridge that gap between the communities and the police. So like we're under construction with that now.
Okay, man, that's amazing, man. You definitely was able to see what the community needed from hands-on, you know, so I know you really know what it takes to help the youth, because you can see what we lack at. So yeah, man, right. Brother, I take my hat off to you, man. Best of luck with that, man. Anything you need from me, I will be there, man, because I'm for all of that, brother.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, this is awesome, man. I look forward to seeing you on Friday at the weigh-ins and then the fight night on Saturday, brother. Best of luck, man. What'd you say?
I said absolutely.
Yes, indeed, man. Best of luck on Saturday, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Chambers, DC Boxing Legend Podcast.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you for having me. It's been an honor.
All right, brother. Peace.
All right, see you later. Thank you.
Welcome to DC Boxing Legends Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I have a special guest today, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Demond Nicholson. How's it going, champ?
Man, everything is good, man. Thanks for having me, brother.
Man, most definitely, man. I've been watching you, man, for a while, man.
Okay.
This last fight that you had, man, you was putting some combinations together, brother. I was impressed, man, and you was in tremendous shape too, man. Yeah, it was at the Maryland Live. This was around November, around that time frame, man. October to be exact. Yep. Man, me and Ray was very impressed, man. You put on a show, brother, and we definitely,
thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Look forward to seeing you this upcoming Saturday on the 19th, man. What's your plans for this, man? What you gonna do on this fight, brother?
Honestly, man, you know, after my last fight, I went straight back in the gym. Monday I was in the gym, man. So, you know, when I got back in the gym with one of my coaches. He used to box in the Army. Okay. And he used to box in the Army. You know, the Army, they strict, so they work on nothing but skills and believe it or not, you know, the Army, when you see the Army in the tournaments, they be in some of the most shape.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
You know what I mean? But he don't really, my coach Troy, he don't really focus on, you know, being in tip-top shape and nothing like that. He worry about the skills.
I got
Coach
you.
Charles and Coach Kenny, they the ones who make sure you in tip-top shape and stuff like that.
Right.
But man, I really just locked in with him, man. You know, as far as my skills, when to throw certain punches, when you know what I'm saying? When to move a certain way, when to move, when not to move. You know what I mean? So man, this fight right here, man, is really, I just really want to bring out all of my skill, all of my explosiveness that I had, you know?
Right.
I'm an athletic dude, so I'm gonna just use everything, all my natural talent, ability that I have, you know? So this fight, man, it's going to be very fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have so much fun, man.
Yeah, man, that last fight looked like you had a lot of fun, that fight as well, man.
I did have a lot of fun. But it was just little things that I could have did more to get the stoppage. But, you know, I mean, I tried everything I could do. It was just tough, man.
He was tough dude. He was tough, and it was good work for you, man. Sometimes that work is necessary for future opponents, you know. And, you know, back in the days, I remember fighters used to curry fighters just to get that work. So,
Yeah.
It was nothing. I thought you looked good, man. Just putting your punches together. You remind me that fight of a smaller Holyfield, man. You was
right.
Man,
I said the same thing myself, man. That's crazy.
I said, damn, he looked like Holyfield. You was putting them together just like that, man. So, man,
man, thank you. I appreciate that.
You the youngest child, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
I'm my father. Yeah.
Your father, Of your father. Yep. Okay. Yep. So when did you start boxing?
Man, I started boxing at the age of 6.
Wow.
I was trying to. My father at the time, I started playing t-ball, basketball, and I wanted to play football.
Okay.
You know, I was something I loved as a little kid. I was all on the outside playing football, everything, playing tackle.
Okay.
So he took me to the Long Beach Girls Club. They was like, man, you can't play tackle right now at the age of 6. You gotta wait till he's 7. I'm like, man, that's crazy. They was like, you gotta play flag. I said, nah, I don't want to play no flag.
Right.
My dad was like, man, the only other thing you could do right now is box. So I was like, that's cool. You know, we went in the gym, and man, I never left.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And I saw, man, your amateur fights, man, with you and Jared Hurd.
Jared Hurd, yeah.
That was a good fight, man. That was a good fight.
Great fight, man.
Yeah, man.
That was a great fight,
It seemed like y'all group was the last of that local competition. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it like that no more. You know?
It's not. See, back then, you know, we was really thugging it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what you want to say it, you know, like, because I was listening to you talk to Sean Bay and Mark Tusharp and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the kids, I don't think the kids now can't have those type of conversations. You know, man, the amateurs back home, you know, we went against this person, we went against that person, you know, but luckily, you know, I had a lot of competition. I had Demetrius Ballard, guy named Russell Gaskins.
Okay.
Jared Hurd, I can't think his name. Damn, I was just about to say his name, I forgot it. Oh, Marquise Moore.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, he was rumbling. Action.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was impressed, man, because I did my research and went back. I said, they definitely had similar competition as we had. It seemed like Demond and Jared, y'all was the last of that group of local competitiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
we wasn't as deep as y'all, but we was heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all was heavy. Y'all had the skill set too, man. So, who was your greatest rival, and you think of that competition back then?
Man, my greatest rival was Demetrius Ballard, man.
Oh yeah.
I fought Demetrius 3 times when we were 17, 18, and 19.
Okay.
And I never beat him in the Golden Gloves, man. He beat me all 3 times in the Golden Gloves. And the last year, he went and won the Golden Gloves.
Okay.
And that year, he won the Golden Gloves. We just came back from Colorado. He beat everybody that I beat in Colorado, man, to make the Olympic team. When we came back home, fought, man, he beat everybody that I beat, man. So I was like, man, God damn.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So who is your greatest professional rival, you think, or
Jesse Hart.
Okay.
Jesse Hart, man. Me and him couldn't see eye to eye before I fight, man. You know what I mean? Jesse Hart talked that trash. And I'm not the type, I don't really talk too much, man, but he got me out my character, you know?
Yeah, most of them, they get in your head, man. You know, that's part of the sport as well. So, So what is
you learn, man?
What is your greatest, when you're preparing for a fight, what is one of the go-to, you know what I'm saying, strategies that you use when you're preparing for a fight? I mean, like wind sprints, running, which one you...
for me, man, honestly, now, I run around a horse track, man. I got a horse track in my where I live at.
Okay.
And I've been running on it for the past about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
But this year, in the past year is the most. I pretty much run it every other day.
Okay.
You know, so it keeps my legs strong. That was one of the reasons why I survived in that Belengo fight, you know. But yeah, man, I've been running around a horse track, man. That's been my
man. I know how serious that is. With gravel. Is it gravel on it? What is the surface?
Nah, it's dirt.
It's
All
dirt. Oh
straight.
man, yeah.
Straight sand and dirt. Yeah.
Yes, indeed, man. Hey, you need to take a couple of these fighters over there, brother, man. Good God, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes,
man.
Sir, man.
I ran into you, man. You probably don't remember this, man. I was in Laurel at the what's that gym? The Planet Fitness, man. I saw you in there. I came up to you.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember because I
remember that.
I came up to you, man, to say, man, what's up, man? I seen you. You know, I follow you on social media. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying I was a former fighter. He was like, hey, good to meet you. You know what I'm saying? You was in the zone, so
yep. I was training. I was getting ready. Yep.
Yeah, you was in the zone.
Man, that's crazy, man.
I saw you up in there, man, because I had
about 4 years ago.
Yeah, about 4 years ago to be exact, man.
2018.
Yep.
I remember.
You remember now? Yes, indeed, man. You was getting it in though, brother, man. You was yeah, man. So, man, I know there's gonna be another pack house, man. I appreciate you for being able to take the time out to let people know about this fight, man. And,
definitely, I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, anytime, man.
At the stars, the people you had on here, man. I go on your page, man, just to listen and just to get re-inspired, you know.
Wow, yeah. That was the point of us making the page too, man.
Right.
Because you know, after a fighter stopped fighting, and you know what I'm saying, the media no longer pays them any attention if they wasn't world champions or things of that nature. So me and Ray put it together saying, man, we gotta let people know about the old fighters and some of these new fighters as well. You know what I'm saying? So
and to sorry to cut you off, but you know, a lot of these youngins that's growing up in the area who can fight. Some of them don't know the Keith Holmes, Sean B. Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? They know Mark Tushar because Mark be at the fight.
Yeah,
you know he do. They don't know about the Williams Joppies and they know Andrew Council too.
Yeah, because
you know, like what's his name? Reggie Green. They don't know about those. They don't know about those type of fighters, man. You know, but I grew up in that era. You know what I mean?
Right. You brushed on the end of it, but you heard all of the conversations and stuff like that. Because I remember seeing you fight when you was with the Headbangers, and I paid attention to you, brother. So I know your story. You had a vicious knockout record back then. You was crushing jokers, man, for real. So you know what I'm saying? I saw you in a couple of Ty Barnett cards, and you know what I'm saying, different things. That's why I was coming out then. But man, now you with Jeter, man. How was that experience? Man, me and Jeter used to fight the Nationals together. I took out my father, who was a trainer, took Jeter to his first Nationals, and that's why we tight. So man, he a good friend, man, and I got nothing but love for Jeter, man. Man,
Tony is a great dude, man. You know, when I first stepped in the gym in '99, Tony was the man in the gym.
Yeah.
You know, so when I was a kid, you know, I was looking up to Tony. You know, I didn't really know anybody besides when I went to the fights and stuff like that. But in the gym, Tony was the man. You know?
That's a fact.
But I've been knowing Tony since I was 6 years old, man.
That's what's up.
He's like a big brother, man. You know, he's like a big brother, man. You know, he's been looking out for me on this card, especially with Maryland Live from day one, man. And you know, it keeps bringing me back. You know, I'm thankful for it. You know, man, it keeps me busy, and it keeps me on the ride.
Yes, indeed. I see, man, and we got to give the brother his flowers while he's here, man, for keeping the sport active. You know what I'm saying? Who else would be doing such things like this?
Exactly.
And to look at the card itself, my full brother. To look at the card, man, it was so that was my first time going to his actual card, right?
Okay.
Then your fight, the last one. It was like me being at a PBC show, man. That's how electrifying it was, man.
Yeah, man. That's really a nice venue, man. That venue is top of the line.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It really don't get too much better than that, you know, unless you go to Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean?
That's facts, man.
Yeah, man. It don't get too much better.
Yeah, man. So, man, hey, brother, I appreciate you coming on here, man. And I look forward to seeing you I might come through the weigh-ins on Fridays. I think I'm going to make it to the weigh-in. And I see Friday and Saturday.
If you want to do an interview, anything, man, we can do a Friday and Saturday.
We'll do. So what we're going to do on Saturday, we're going to have our cameras and just do, talk to you guys and put it on YouTube like that. So we about to start getting visual now, man. It's time for us to go visual. Yep, that's the next move. Ladies and gentlemen, Demon Nicholson, DC Boxing Legends Podcast. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Have a blessing.
You too now. Welcome to DC Boxing Legends, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to have a brief summary of this up-and-coming card that will be taking place at the Maryland Live on February the 18th, this Saturday. We got a dynamic card. We was able to sit down and talk to a few of these outstanding young fighters that's going to be participating in this wonderful card promoted by Jetta Promotions. Ray, what's your take, man? You got to talk to a lot of these young great fighters, man, and what are some of the plans that you notice and strategies and things of that nature that you think that they're going to have for this upcoming fight, man, to make it electrifying?
Well, first of all, Rashid, thanks for having me on. Hey, just want to shout out my guy, Vicious Victor Williams, had a great interview, as well as Monzo the Punisher Conde. These guys, great young guys. Both will be on the undercard of the Jeter Promotions event. And Victor will be at welterweight and Monzo at middleweight. I'm interested to see these guys in action. Two bright guys, man. They seem very aware of where they stand, and I'm interested in seeing a really good fight. So I don't know. It's just exciting, man.
Yeah. Likewise, Ray. It's just exciting to hear, the enthusiasm that they had for this fight, and Jeter definitely of Jetta Promotions, definitely Tony. Who's giving these young men a chance to showcase their talent, man. Got to take our hats off to them, man, because
right.
This day and time, it's a blessing to see such electrifying fights like of that magnitude. It's going to be a great sight to see again, man. I think I'm going to try to make the weigh-in this time, Ray. If you know what I'm saying, I think I was going to try to do that, but definitely, because I haven't been to a weigh-in in so long, so I definitely want to make this weigh-in. So
So where's the weigh-in going to be at? Same spot?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna ask Jeter on tomorrow. I'm gonna find out and make sure where the weigh-in's located. But hopefully, I think it's at the live, or maybe at some rec or something. I'll find out though to make sure. But this is going to be a great fight, man. Damon Nicholson, I just had a great discussion with him about his strategies. I had to let him know about the last fight, man. It reminded me of a smaller version of Evander Holyfield. The way he was putting those combinations together, man. So he said this fight he's gonna have more skill. He's gonna focus on more skill because he has a new trainer added to the team, and he's gonna focus on skill. So I look forward to seeing that as well. We didn't get the interview short, dog, but we definitely gonna get one after the fight. This one, so I look forward to seeing them. Very exciting fight. This is for a title. This is a WBC title fight, so I think this is a 12 rounder. So I look forward to seeing this guy going into the borders for this. So Jetta Promotions is doing their thing, man. I've been to many fight cards. I think they one of the best on the East Coast. So I look forward to this, man. Ray, any special talents or special strategies any of them fighters gave you that they was going to bring to the table this Saturday?
I mean, from what I got in the interviews, these guys, they seem well before their time, man. They I guess the strategy is they're gonna you'll see on fight night. What I got from them is, they're gonna take whatever their opponent gives to them, and they're gonna make a good fight. Both being undefeated, man. It's one of those things where it's really hard to take that O from a fighter. So they're coming in confident, and so I really feel this is going to be another great night, especially for both fighters.
Awesome, man. Man, we look forward to seeing you guys come out, man. Any of the DC boxing legends out there, this is the time right now we can take pictures, make memories. So, you know what I'm saying, world champions, contenders of the past, please come out. Let's take some wonder. Let's create some memories. As you know what I'm saying, show up at these events, give these young fighters some support, because they're definitely, through this podcast, they definitely living and learning and observing what was before. So this would be a good time to put the face with the person and actual, you know what I'm saying, to come together to show the young fighters bridge with the old fighters, man. I hope we see you guys come out and give these young fighters some support.
Oh yeah, man. It's like a family reunion, man. I love it. I love it.
Yes, indeed, right? It is, man.
Yeah, just getting out there and seeing all the the fighters that, you know, kind of laid the groundwork for the new fighters, and then the new fighters were just, they put fresh footprints down, you know, just putting a fresh dose of energy back into the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, man. I just love to see it, man, and I love to see that they're being supported as well. So yeah, definitely want to come out, support your hometown fighters, and see a good show.
Yes, indeed, man. We see you guys on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
DC Boxing Legends Podcast.
DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast.